Oh, hi guys, welcome back to the Jagman. Well, I've been browsing Marketplace like the Jagman does every afternoon, and this one's been on my radar for a little while. It's a 1979 XJ12 Series 2 with carriage brown and black vinyl roof. Now, the most significant thing about this car is I used to own a couple of these 17 years ago. Now, I had both of these XJ12s at the same time, and I in fact did an article on the Jaguar Drivers Club magazine about these two motor cars that I own, and only because they're around about 20 production numbers apart, so they're on the same production line back in 1979. Now, when I sold them, I was able to follow one sale, and I still see that one at car shows, Jaguar clubs, and it's absolutely concours condition, and it's a credit to its current owner how well he looks after it. But the other one went under the covers for 17 years, and guess what? Until now. Yep, I asked the seller for his the VIN number of it, and I had to compare it to whether or not it was the VIN number of the one I had 17 years ago. And fortunately, I had this on record. And in the olden days when you used to store everything on your hard drive and not in the cloud, which I mainly do now, I still have all the photos of these cars that I bought back in 2006. And that VIN number matches the same car. So here's this car that's I owned 17 years ago, is back on the market for sale. Couldn't help myself. I'm heading out to Western Sydney to have a look at this XJ12 Series 2 in carriage brown that I bought and sold 17 years ago, that's back on the market. So this will be interesting to see what 17 years has done to this girl since I sold it. It was in pretty good condition 17 years ago. It was bloody beautiful condition 17 years ago. Didn't bring much money back 17 years ago either. So it's going to take us about an hour to get out there, so we'll flick this back on when we get there. Here it is, seen again after 17 years, and it is the same car. Dill, the owner's got it here, wanting to sell it. He's got the hubcaps missing because he just had all the brakes bled. It looks like it's got some pretty nice tyres on it, but you use a little tied around the edges from when I had it. And unfortunately, it's not going. It was going, but now it's not going. It sounds like it's fuel, but it doesn't really want to do anything. Headlining's already going on it. The seats are still good. The back seat's shot. They've had too much sun, but the carpets are still good. There's rust on the floors down there. Shame it's raining. It's really hard to get a good vision of the car. Did you put the tyres on it, or were they on it?
They were already on it for me.
Yeah. Not much else to look at. Smells clean. Smells clean. Now, I think that was a spare on it 17 years ago. Boot's pretty tidy. It's got minimal rust in it. What do you think? Should I buy it? Oil looks okay. Oil looks nice and clean. Auto Trans looks lovely and clean too. Yeah, they're good signs. What's it say there? The old one. Yeah, it's super old. Yes. And you've done the brake fluid? It's still down a bit, I see.
Yeah, I bought 2 bottles, but I think I've pumped too much for it.
Okay.
So that's why I've got the spare there. Top it up if I need it.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I was going to buy one. They're about $100.
Yeah. And it's going. I cover that up straight away because it's leaning in water. Let's look under here. There's our shockies. Change for oil. Quite dry. In fact, it's got a nice new exhaust system on one side. There's a mud flat on that side. Down under here, can I see any ink siding? That rust. Under here, still pretty dry. I can't stretch any further. So it springs in at some stage. Rust around the guards. H4 headlights. See Carriage Brown Series 2. Well, it was a bit of a waste of time because I really would have loved taken that thing for a test drive and just gone around and see how it actually drove, but she's looking pretty sad. I probably should have expected that, but we couldn't get it started. It doesn't sound like it's getting fuel. I didn't bring any tools with me to look at it. He doesn't really have any real idea what's not going. I don't think it's getting fuel. And it sounded like when you were cranking it, it had a down on compression on one cylinder. Not sure, could have been just firing, but it was racing on one of the cylinders as you crank it, which tells me that it might have been stuffed anyway. Well, it's just a short one because what I do is anything Jaguar, I'll post it so you guys to see what I'm up to. So thanks guys for watching. If you did like this silly little video, give it a thumbs up, and you can do that while I'm waiting now. 1, 2, and haven't subscribed, please do that, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers. Bit of research on that car since I went and had a look at it yesterday, And I found out that a good Jag mate of mine actually bought that car a couple of years back. He bought it from a bloke in Queensland that owned it for 15 years, and he was the buyer I sold it to. Sat in a garage for most of that time, I'm heard. He bought it sight unseen. He had it for a while in Sydney, but he had no room for it. He said it was a lovely car. Then he sold it to one bloke, and that other bloke sold it to this bloke, and then I looked at it yesterday. So there is a bit of a history on it, but just interesting how these things pop up. Thanks again. Well, guess what? I'm on to it. I can't remember.